This episode was crazy. NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, coming with another wonderful episode of On Screen Hip Hop Geek. We're putting it together, having a wonderful time on the show that keeps throwing me surprises that I'm having a ball watching, and that is Titans. And before I get started, I do want to say this to the writers, producers, everybody of this show. I enjoy it. I have enjoyed it. Slow down. Normally, I don't say this. Usually, I'm watching the show and I'm like, let's go, let's get it out, let's do this. Big shout out to my girl, Alexis Torres. But this show seems to be flying and giving us tons of stuff where I'm like, yo, man, I really want to spend a lot of time learning this or being around this. There's a lot that I feel that we're just flying by, and we're going to get into it. We're going to get into the biggest thing, after the break. But right now, I want to talk about the team. We finally have the team together, or most of the team. The core of the team, we got Raven, we got Garfield, we got Corey, and we got, of course, our man Dick Grayson. They're all together, they're on the run, they're leaving the Doom Patrol, they're trying to figure out what their next step will be. They go to this little podunk motel and they're trying to learn stuff. And I do like this training where Dick Grayson becomes very Bruce with this whole, we need to figure out our next plan. We need to figure out each other's powers. We need to know what we can do. We have a common enemy, a common goal, blah, blah, blah. It's funny how he broke down and became very Bruce Wayne in this. I mean, just very Batman in his approach with this episode. And I loved it because it showed how, even though he is definitely trying to remove himself, distance himself, he is so much a part of, the man himself, Bruce Wayne. He is so much a part of him. He is so locked in. It's just in him. And I love that for this show. It works extremely well. I also like how this part gives us some comedy with Beast Boy, and we get some revelations with Starfire, how her powers work. We also get a little bit of fear with how Raven's power works and the continued mystery behind Dick Grayson, which they also answer in this episode, which I'm happy because they answer it for the rest of the crew. Also, I like the it seemed like a message to the fans where Beast Boy was on some, yo, Batman, do you think we could see him? And he was like, nah, I don't think so. So that works for me, where we have a common ground, a common enemy, something for these people to rally around and a reason for them to stay together. And as they stay together, they will learn from each other. They will learn each other. Just how we have the pairing off of Raven, Garfield, and the pairing off of course, Corey and your boy Dick Grayson. Look, they had a moment together. We will talk about it. We're just not there yet. And the reason why we're not talking about it just yet is because I wanted to get into the new family. We see this organization and a little bit about how they indoctrinate people into this, how they kind of subvert their, normal conscious and bring out this, just killer robot that they need to, work with this family to do whatever they see, relevant or see mission critical, because who knows whatever else these families have been doing. And it is not only weird, but very fitting and very formidable for our team to fight against. Like, these guys aren't slouches, because whatever that, injection they're taking is some crazy stuff and definitely allows them to take a ton of damage. And that damage has been seen in, I believe, episode 2, and even in this episode, where the amount of pain and pressure the kids and the adults can take is extreme. Now, before I hit the jump, I will say this: old girl at the motel, You know, she was telling about the ice box. You know, she was gonna help him out. And I'm just saying, look, yo, come on, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? She needs your help. You got to do this. Sometimes you just got to provide a service. That's all I'm saying. But guys, we're going to hit the jump in just a moment. We're going to talk about the organization and some very cool things. But first, of course, KURO Brand going to help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check the link below. Hats, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. Once you find something you like, of course, cop it. So let's talk about Starfire and Robin. You know, you had, you know, Garfield, Raven off, and they're talking, they're you know, relating, you know, they're getting a budding relationship going. But, you know, kids are away. The adults will play. And we see Corey go, Starfire go, and she get, you know, she go get some tequila. You know, she left 100 on that. She left 100 to the lady looked at 100 like, word, for real? Starfire go back. She like, here, take a little drink of this. Relax yourself. I want to know about you. What can you do? You want to know our powers. You want to know what we doing. What can you do? And then that turns into a very quick. I was like, I think we hear a little fast, ain't we? But we get a little bit of love, a little romance time between Dick Grayson and Starfire. And apparently it was good because Dick Grayson was like, yeah, that's, you know, it was adequate. It was nice. But unfortunately that underlying, you know, just that underlying evil, hate, whatever's in there, bottled up within Dick Grayson has not come out yet. Of course, until the new family shows up. They got a new dad, he showed up to the family, and now we tracking people down. Beat up a used car salesman, they got the motel. You know, even after old girl came, they beat her up and they start attacking not only Garfield and Rachel, but Starfire and Dick Grayson. And this is a scene that I like and I don't like, but then they make up for it later. I don't like it because of how dark it is, and it's sometimes hard to see the orientation of the choreography, because something that's been pretty good on this show is the choreography, and I would like to see the choreography go down. We'll get to, because I know what you want to talk about. You're gonna get there in a second. But the choreography between, Garfield, Rachel, and other situations, especially later on in this episode, also with Starfire in the hallway, which was extremely dark, and then of course Dick Grayson, which was extremely dark, was very you ratcheted up that tension, and I love that. And then when we take the fight outside, even with Dick Grayson getting knocked out, you know, the family, the mom and dad acting crazy, and the kids, everybody rounded up. Starfire's on her own. We see her powers work different at night. And then we get that smoke bomb, get the smoke canisters. And Robin shows up. And now, of course, they see what Dick Grayson can do and see what he is, who he is really. Because Dick Grayson is just someone that is made to be able to cope with being Robin, in my estimation, for how this show is kind of framing him. And they unite, and their first fight together is very fun. It really is. It's great to see them all together. Beast Boy, the effects on that tiger, sometimes I'm loving it, sometimes I'm hating it, but just to see them together was really nice, man. I really enjoyed it. And that's not even the coolest part of this episode. Oh, no. Because see, we get our detective on. He like, I got the cell phone, I'm gonna look at the GPS. And he tracks old boy down. You know, Omelet Man. You know, that's what I'm gonna call him, Omelet Man. Track him down. And he's like, look, you found me. They about to kill both of us. We need to leave. I think he should have taken him so we could question him later, but he ain't listen to that. SWAT team comes in and we get a great action set where we can see Dick Grayson rocking it left and right. I mean, stabbing people, breaking arms, all kinds of stuff. Dick Grayson is lethal, and I love this scene. But it's too much, they overwhelm it. It's too many people. So all of a sudden we see canisters drop. Yo, the second I saw canisters drop, yo, my hair started standing up. I was like, oh snap, we about to see my man. It wasn't my man. My man ain't rolled through. But Red Robin rolled through. At least I think it's Red Robin, because I don't know if this guy's gonna be Tim or Damien or whoever, Jason. We don't know yet. Maybe Jason, I don't know, because dude was kind of bone cracking with his, but just the fact that he showed up, because I said out loud when I was watching this episode, how is Robin doing all this and Batman don't know? Batman does know. Batman keeps a tab on his son. You know what I'm saying? He keep a tab on his kid. He just, he keeps you at arm's length. So you don't have to feel like he's overbearing. And I loved the ending to this episode. It couldn't get no better. So holla at me, I'm gonna holla at you. Down in the comments, let's talk about Titans. The new episode is already out. We caught up with this. Let's go in and watch the new joint. And this show, I'm hooked, man. They got me. First episode, I don't even know, but that's gone. Look, they got me now. So before I bounce, we're gonna tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, if you ever see a family that looks that crazy, just run. Peace.